Hey everyone, and welcome back to Smoltzy and Friends. Today, we're going to do another episode of What is on Your Listener's Mind. This is where we read email from a listener. This particular question is, they want to know how I create content for the podcast. And I'm going to just be honest with you. It's very simple. It's something that gets put on my heart. I could be out for a walk, driving to a client, or even just standing in a hardware store deciding what lawn product to put down this week. And then boom, a thought hits me. Something real, something that feels like it's meant to be shared. When that moment comes about, I don't try to overthink it. I grab my phone, I open up my voice memo app, and I start recording it. Sometimes it's a sentence, sometimes it's a 5-minute ramble. But that's where it begins. That's it. And I think there's something powerful about capturing that moment right then and there before it gets filtered, before I start worrying about, is it good enough? What's the structure like? Will people like it? That's what I love about the process. It's raw and it's real. And I believe that's why some of these messages hit home. Not because they're polished, but because they're real. Once the voice memo is recorded, it might sit for a day or a week. But eventually I circle back, I go in the studio, and I listen to it, and I ask myself, what am I supposed to learn from this? Why did this moment speak to me? What's the deeper message here? Sometimes I find a thread that connects to a bigger story. Other times I realize that what I said in those first raw moments is already enough. It's a reminder that inspiration doesn't need to be overcomplicated. And if I'm being honest, some of the most meaningful episodes I've ever recorded came from those unplanned, spirit-led sparks. I think a lot of us put pressure on ourselves to create only when everything feels perfect. But life doesn't wait for perfection. You don't have to have the right lighting, the right background. You don't have to have perfect. Those moments that move us most often happen in the middle of our mess, or maybe in the carpool line, or at the grocery store, or during your morning walk, or your afternoon workout. I believe God works that way on purpose. He places something on our heart when we least expect it. And our job isn't to wait until we have it all figured out. It's to say yes in that moment and capture it. So here's my encouragement to you today. Don't ignore those little nudges. That thought that pops up in your head that makes you smile, or makes you pause, or maybe even brings a tear to your eye. Write it down, record it, capture it in some way, because you never know. Maybe that little spark is meant to encourage someone else. And if you hold on to it, you might just be holding on to the exact words someone is praying to hear. So that's my content. That is how it's created. It's moment by moment, thought by thought, heart to heart. It's not perfect, but it's honest. So I want to thank you for spending these minutes with me today. I hope this inspires you to capture your own moments, because your story, yes, your story matters. Until next time, keep your heart open and your phone ready, because inspiration might just find you in that cereal aisle.